If you're trying to work on your pigeon pose and you'd like to have full active control of your range of motion so you can lift the foot up off of the floor, but you realize you can't actually get this heel off of the floor without leaning way off to the side. So you want to have active control over your range of motion. So you decide to test it out. You test your active range of motion by sitting on a chair or a table, and you try to externally rotate your own leg using the strength of your own hip muscles. So you say, well, pigeon requires 90 degrees range of motion. So I should be able to get my shin to here, this level, parallel with the floor. And if I can do that actively, then I really own the range of motion. Well, let's test it out. So you test it out and you can't get to 90 degrees. Maybe you can get to 15 degrees, 45 degrees. Well, it looks like I can't even get to 90 degrees and I'm pretty damn hypermobile. This is about as close as I can get. And how far is this? Well, that's about the distance of one block. So let's get creative. Basically, I have two choices. One, I can get into a 90-90 position, or I can get into a pigeon position and then lean away from my foot to allow for that deficit, so I'm not pushing into my passive range of motion. Or option two is I take one block, two blocks, and set my butt and just above the knee with my thigh on these blocks, with my knee hanging off the end. This means that my shin is no longer have to be parallel with the ground, since I raised my hips and my knee off of the ground, so I can allow this knee and hip to have less tension, even though I'm sitting fully upright. And I know that I'm still within my active, full control range of motion, because if I test it and I try to lift my ankle up off of the floor, I can indeed lift my ankle off of the floor, but just barely. Then from this angle, you can perform pails where you push the ankle down into the floor as hard as you can to engage the muscles that you're strengthening and remodel them over time and teach your nervous system that this position is safe and you have control. And then you can perform rails lift-offs where you lift the ankle up off of the floor to strengthen the front side of the hip and really prove to yourself that you have control. So you would do this: lift it up, hover, hold. Now that's gonna be really hard and you're probably gonna cramp, so get used to it. But that's how you know you're getting strong. And then eventually you lose the blocks and you can kick ass in pigeon knowing you have full control of your range of motion. This video was brought to you by questions that people ask me inside the membership. So if you wanna ask me questions and you wanna know the answers to your movement queries, be a member. Go to the site, sign up, ask me the questions, learn. Be awesome. And if you want to work with me one-on-one and have me design your exercise program to help you individually with your mobility goals, I've done a bunch of FRC training, so I can help you one-on-one. Reach out through my website. Like and subscribe.